Mr. Debak, you mentioned so many information about Egypt as a host country.
Well, no, exactly. I think since I arrived in Egypt a year and a half ago, I realized that this is the perfect place where we can embrace all the aspects of migration. Because there are more than 10% of the population abroad. They are working, they keep always a link with their families. It's one of the countries where you have the most money coming back home for helping the family. It's the 4th country in the world. So you have a lot of people outside but never forget their country, so they keep a very tight link with their origin.
Excuse me, you said the 4th country
in the world in terms of transferring money back. So they go and work abroad and they return money back to their family. So they want to keep a link. It's a place where a lot of people they dream about moving, but not long. So the youth, they see migration might be an opportunity, but I don't want to go more than 5 years abroad. I go and I come back. Then you have also a lot of people here. We see it in the video, diversity.
About the migrants who come to Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. So it's also a country which welcomes migrants, and I think it's based on hospitality of the country, because you don't find, if you come here, you don't find a place where you have a concentration of people. Everybody lives with everybody. It's quite well integrated. People are accepted. And I think it's for years, it's centuries, that Egypt has been a cross point where people come and live. And that's beautiful. We say more than 165 nationalities in the country. It's amazing. So for someone working like me on migration, it's like a fantastic lab, of seeing everything and all aspects of life.
طب let me ask something about the positive part. وانتوا لو عندكم اسئله يعني انتوا صفراء بقى عايزين تستزيدوا من المعلومات. About the positive part, كنت عايز اسال عن انه هل ده بسبب طبيعه الشعب ولا القوانين كمان الرسميه بتساعد في ده؟ Is it only because of the nature of the people, Egyptian people, or also the legal part or the official part is really helping, is not really hostile against migrants?
No, there is a lot of legal framework facilitating access for the neighboring. For years, you have, for example, a legal possibility for Sudanese to come and work, which they do for a few generations. It's the same with Libyans. There has been also favors given to some people in humanitarian crises, like the Syrians. You have welcome Palestinians, you welcome Somalis, you have welcome Yemenis, and still. So there are also mechanisms that the government is aware that they have a role to play, in a humanitarian role to play with the neighbors and further and beyond.
About the bad side?
The bad side is maybe due to the fact that it's a stable country surrounded by countries in crisis. People are coming, they escape and they want to find refuge. They know that they may find it. But then you have some bad people who know that they will be in vulnerable situations. So they come and make them promises. And they say, okay, don't stay in Egypt. We will help you to cross and go to Europe. We will help you to go to another country. Pay me money. And some people believe them. So those smugglers are abusing people. And those people, they have no reason not to believe them. So they give them money and they help them crossing the sea first. And then, unfortunately, people die. They don't provide the appropriate service. And if they go and reach the other country, they don't actually have the papers. They may be arrested, put in prison. So this is one aspect which is a little bad and that the organization is working on, is to combat these people. You have those who are also in an even worse scenario. It's traffickers. So they not only use the vulnerability of people for making them moving, but they make them moving to exploit them. And so the purpose at the end is not just to cross the border, it's to come to a place where they can abuse them, make them working in difficult situations. So one example is what happened recently in Libya, where you had people exploited and then put in prison, which has unfortunately been bombed. So we have that in a lot of places.
That's what we call human trafficking.
Human traffickers.
التجارة بالبشر. هو بيتكلم على الجزء بقى العكسي، انه الناس اللي لما بتسافر من هنا وهجره غير الشرعيه، وجزء منها بيكون كبير يعني في خدعه او استغلال او الاتجار بالبشر.